Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Chris. I wanted to bring you guys just some different candlestick patterns to look out for, just to kind of show you what may happen next. Remember guys, we always want to wait for confirmations, but when you see these patterns forming, a lot of the time we'll be able to know what's coming next, and that's what I want to share with you all, okay? So what we're going to be looking at today, we have the hanging man, we have dojis, we have haramis, and the hammer pattern. So what you see here, we've been in an uptrend. And when you see this candle here that looks like a hammer at the top, that's called a hanging man. And the reason they call that a hanging man is because the people who've bought in right here are going to be basically caught with their pants pulled down, and they're going to be left holding the bag. So they're the hanging man. They're the ones who have to basically deal with buying at the top and holding on to their bag, either for selling for a loss or waiting till the next run happens, okay? So when you see that hammer candle, looks like a hammer, but it's at the top, it's called a hanging man. And it was followed by a doji, which also showed a fight from this uptrend. So it showed a lot of indecision. Whenever you see a hanging man, then a doji for confirmation, and this is on the daily channel, daily candles, what you saw after that was a drop down. Okay, so that's really important. If you ever see a hanging man, then a doji in a nice uptrend, especially after a big green candle like this, most likely we're going to have a pullback or a retracement. The next one that you can see here is a harami pattern. And the reason that it's called a harami, which means pregnant woman in Japanese. And what you see here is this bearish candle, and then you see this smaller candle that kind of looks like a spinning top. And what you have here is the slowdown from this downtrend. Okay, so that harami pattern that you see could indicate a nice uptrend. But what I like to wait for is you see this harami, and then we had confirmation from this green candle. And look at that, guys. We moved up. And then what do you see here? Another hanging man. And that was confirmed by a bearish candle, and we went down until we saw this hammer. Do you see the hammer candle here? And what you want to look for is this wick to be twice as long as this body is. Okay, so what guys were doing, they were looking for the bottom here. That's why you have that long wick, and we got bought back up, and then we started to move back up a little bit. So that's really important. The hanging man into a doji, almost always from an uptrend, will mean that we're heading back down. Because what you see here with this doji is indecision. Okay, so that's really important that you want to pay attention to. Then we're going to get in a little bit more in depth here. We have our engulfing patterns. So do you see how we're going down right here, and we had this inverted hammer? Okay, and then it was followed by this bullish engulfing candle. And do you see how this green candle engulfs the real body of this inverted hammer? So let's read about this for a second. The engulfing pattern is a reversal candlestick pattern that can appear at the end of an uptrend or at the end of a downtrend. The first candlestick in this pattern is characterized by a small body and is followed by a larger candlestick whose body completely engulfs the previous candlestick. And guys, when they were talking about this up here where it says a downtrend or an uptrend, they're talking about a bullish or bearish engulfing candle, okay? And then it says the colors of the candlesticks that make up the engulfing pattern are important. When the engulfing pattern appears at the end of an uptrend, it is a bearish reversal signal that indicates weakness in the uptrend. So this is a bullish engulfing pattern. Now, if this happened at the top, then it would be a bearish engulfing candle. Okay, so that's really important, guys. I want you to just pay attention to that and study in deeper to these engulfing patterns. The next one is that harami that we talked about. And do you see this candle? And then it looks like a pregnant woman here carrying a little baby. So that's what you want to look for right there. And it says harami is an old Japanese word that means pregnant and describes this pattern quite well. The harami pattern consists of two candlesticks, with the first candlestick being the mother that completely encloses the second, smaller candle. It is a reversal candlestick pattern that can appear in either an uptrend or a downtrend. When the second candlestick is a doji, the pattern is called a harami cross. So if there was a doji right here where that red one is, that's called a harami cross and is more significant than the normal harami pattern, as the doji's lack of a real body indicates great indecision and uncertainty. Next one, guys, is the dark cloud cover. So do you see how we're moving in an uptrend here, and then we have this bearish candle that is up above this bullish candle, and this bearish candle went 50%, that's the key, into this bullish candle. So it has to come down over 50% here, and also has to be up above. And it says the dark cloud cover pattern is the opposite of the piercing pattern. So that would be a bullish piercing pattern, and appears at the end of an uptrend. It is a dual candlestick pattern, with the first candlestick being light in color and having a large real body. So you see that right there? The second candlestick must be dark color, must open higher than the high of the first candlestick, like we talked about up here, and must close down well into the real body of the first candlestick. The deeper the second candlestick penetrates the first, the more reliable the pattern is. So if this came down even more into here, that's just more indication that we're going to be heading back down. So guys, that's what I'm telling you. It's so important to understand these patterns, and then when you start putting these patterns in with the MACD and the RSI, you can have a great indication of what could be coming next, whether you need to sell and wait to buy back cheaper where you can get more coins for free as opposed to paying for them. So guys, this is really important. I want you to pay attention to this, and that's why I want to bring these patterns to you. The next one is the evening star pattern. So it would be evening star because it's up here, okay? And this is a doji evening star. Do you see how we had that green candle, then we gapped up and we had the doji, and then we came back down? This would be a reversal pattern when you see these three candles together. It says star patterns, excuse me guys, are trend reversal patterns that consist of three candlesticks, with the middle candlestick forming a star. So this would be evening star doji, or it could be a small body up here as well, which would just be an evening star. A star is a candlestick with a short, real body, like a doji or a spinning top, that gaps away from the real body of the preceding candlestick. There are three basic star patterns. The morning star, so that's bullish, which would happen after a downtrend, which appears in a downtrend, and then the evening star and the shooting star, which appears in the uptrend. So guys, just really pay attention to these and really study them. So focus, like I like to take, 4 to 10 patterns at a time and really study them, hammer them down, and get to learn them so that when you see these on the chart, you kind of understand what's going on. So remember, we have our bullish engulfing pattern right here, our harami pattern, which can be bullish or bearish. Then we have our dark cloud cover, which is a bearish candlestick formation. And then we have our star patterns, which could be evening star or morning star. Evening star is at the top, while morning star is at the bottom to show a reversal going back up. And if you add a doji, then it would be an evening doji star, or it would be a morning doji star in the middle, and that's even more significant. Remember how powerful those dojis are. So really pay attention to that, guys. And I wanted to bring this to you because so many people don't realize that you don't have to ride all this out right here. If that makes sense, you can have a portion of your coins for just long-term holdings, but why not take a little bit of that and see if you can turn 5 Litecoin or Bitcoin, whatever, 5 Litecoin into 8 or into 10 without having to pay for them. Because if you sell up here and then you see a harami here and it's followed by this type of pattern, we're going to be making a move up. And then when you see this hanging man right here that's confirmed by a bearish candle, we're heading back down until we saw that hammer, which means we're hammering out a bottom, and we're most likely going to go back up, and we're going to see if we can break this overall high right here. And remember, all these patterns are more significant at support and resistance levels. That's a really big deal as well. But to all you who want to learn this stuff, I'm here to help teach you. If you just want to be a hodler and a long-term holder, that's fine, guys. I have no problem with that. I do that with many coins, like I've told you. But in terms of swing trading, you can really capitalize just learning all these different patterns. So I wanted to bring this to you. I hope you guys are having a great day. God bless each and every one of you. And just really study these patterns, guys. It can really pay off. It's helped me, and I hope it can help you. God bless.